Kia ora guys, Bird here. Welcome to episode 26 of Thaumcraft 5. We're inside our little hobbit hole today. We're going to be mostly spending our time in here. I know in the last episode I kind of promised that we would be focusing more on the totem stuff. If we go to the Thaumaturgy tab, we discovered a lot of this stuff in the last episode. And I sort of said that we were going to be covering up pretty much this today, but I didn't realize how much 25 Alrum actually is. I was doing a decent amount of grinding around, and how much did I get? Yeah, I've gotten this much Wispy Essence now, and I actually managed to find Wispy Essence for Wheatreus, interestingly enough, but the rest of these are primals, if I recall. Yep, decent amount of them, but you need a lot more before you can get going with the totem stuff. So today we're going to be doing something that we perhaps should have done a long time ago. Also on the Thaumaturgy tab, this is entire area of Thaumcraft that we've just completely overlooked for this whole time. There's actually a whole lot of things that we've overlooked for this whole time. But anyway, wand foci. The wands aren't just this completely useless thing that sits in your inventory and just holds vis. They can actually do some pretty awesome stuff. And wand foci is one of those things that they can do. So let's go ahead and get our scrub and tools and paper out. Oh, by the way, yeah, Silverwood saplings. If you didn't catch the live stream, let's just do a recap before we do that, by the way. I've got a Silverwood tree over there, and I've actually got a bunch of pure nodes around. If I put my goggles back on, let's see, I've got a iron node right there now. That's pure 15. I've got an Ignis one over there. There's a Periditio for one over here somewhere. Here it is. And there's a Terra one up there. So I still need to get some of the other primals. But apart from that, yeah, so the aura in here should actually be looking a little bit better now. Yeah, the iron aura is sort of back up to normal, acceptable standards now. Very happy. That's what the pure nodes are all about, restoring that vase. Anyway, let's get the research note for this. Very red looking, probably Ignis if I had to guess. Form meets function. Oh yeah, so you can see this is a pretty dang simple one, so we should be able to knock this one out fairly quickly with the one aspect challenge. Here we go. So we've got that right there, done. Up next, let's get how am I going to connect across there? I was thinking of something else. I think I might actually just go Periditio actually. Yeah, let's go Periditio right here. And then we should be able to go something like this. Get some Penamultatio right there. Gerloom. Make some Gerloom like so. And then connect those two with Wakwas. So, fairly straightforward one. Fairly straightforward. I was thinking of doing something with Cognitio, Spiritus, Sweetus, and Bestia Multus. And that probably would have worked, but that was, Gerloom's way better. So, let's go ahead and read about wand foci. Oh man, what have we been missing out on this entire time? Let's find out right here, right now. Some careful experimentation has shown you a way to expand the abilities of even the most basic of wands. By combining crystalline vis shards with quartz crystals and infusing them with magic, you're able to align the crystals into a mystical matrix. If the proper types and amounts of vis is focused through this matrix, it will reshape the raw magical energies into something useful, controlled and geared to a specific task. Adding a focus to your wand is a simple task, and simply press F while holding the wand and any foci you're carrying will show up in a radial menu allowing you to choose from any of the ones you're carrying with a simple click. Your initial experiments involved the shaping of fire, and the resulting focus proved to be a simple but useful tool. It's capable of sending forth a cone of elemental fire, bidding all in its wake. Oh man, what's the recipe for the sky? The wand focus of fire, vis per tick, Ignis 2. So it takes 2 vis per tick to use. Okay, so, yeah, okay. And then we've got, so the recipe is 4 fire shards, 4 nether quartz, and a fire charge. I can't actually remember how to make one of those, so I'll have to look that up off camera here. Fairly expensive as well, 100 Ignis vis and 50 Periditio, but fair enough. Alright, so that's the first focus out of the way. Oh, hello! That appears to have immediately unlocked for us the wand focus 9 hells. I'm not sure that was there before. Did I do something to get that? So the 9 hells focus is kind of a more interesting focus at the end of the tiers there. We'll go ahead and ignore that for now. Let's go ahead and pick up one more foci here, the wand focus shock, thunder and lightning, So let's get that research node. This is probably going to be another basic one, so that's yellow with iron as the aspect. That's actually exactly the same. Don't do this to me, Azanor. 2 episodes in a row. Oh my gosh. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do it again. It feels almost kind of dirty doing this because I know the solution. But, you know, whatever. Twice in a row. 2 episodes in a row, even. Alright, so what does the one focus shotgun to say for us this time? That appears that's the one that gets the grappler focus. That'll be fun to get eventually. Alright, this focus is capable of focusing elemental energy into bolts of lightning that you can hurl at your enemies. So the one focus shotgun takes 8 iron per cast. Goodness gravy. And the thing right there is a potato, funnily enough. Potato batteries. You know, get some decent volts and current ahead of vegetables. Alright then, so we've got some decent amount of stuff here to work with now. Let's see if we can go about crafting it. I actually... is it night time? Yeah, it's night time, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep the night away. Find out what the recipe for a fire charge is, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. It turns out that the recipe was blaze powder, gunpowder, and coal. I don't actually have access to blaze powder yet. I haven't found a nether fortress in the nether, but we do have cinder pills, so I was able to take one of those, turn it into blaze powder, and now I've got 3 fire charges. The other 2 are hiding in my chests over there. So we've got these. Let's go ahead and head over to the crafting table. Let's go ahead and throw our wand in there that I recently renamed to Not a Novice. It's not a basic wand anymore. No siree. I can't actually remember if the crystals are on the corners or not. We're about to make a fool of ourselves. No, we're not. We got it right. Where's my thaumaturge robes? Right here. Let's go ahead and get those out. And possibly even our rings. What's the big ticket item there? The Ignis? Yeah, let's get our Ignis rings out as well. Just try and decrease this cost as much as possible. Oh, did I mention, by the way, that the thermostatic harness itself actually has an IR discount of 3% on there? Yeah, so if we're actually making anything out of IR, it will be more discount-y to have the harness on. Little pro tip right there for in just a couple of seconds. So that's that one focus out of the way. Oh yeah, and that's that out of the way, okay. Let's go ahead and get the potato battery down and down. And get the quartz in there as well, so that's the big ticket item there is both Ire and Ordo, so it looks like, oh, I don't have any Ire rings. So it looks like we're just going to be having our Ordo rings on this time. Alright, get those on, looking good. And on the harness as well, just to get that extra Ire that I just talked about. So that's 66, what is it normally? 75, so that's a pretty big discount right there. Alright, that's 2 of those guys. Awesome stuff. And now that needs a massive charge up. That's going to take a while. And not anymore, because it does triple speed now, but I generally recharge my Vs in the nether. Let's throw these things on the ground, and rule number 1 of Thaumcraft, and scan them. Nothing new can be learned from these guys, unfortunately, but that's okay. Before I go ahead and demonstrate what these wand foci can actually do, there's one other thing that I'd like to research here just while we're getting started with wand foci here. There's this guy over here, focus pouch. Convenient carry container for your foci. That pretty much sums up exactly what it does. You can pick it up for 3 XP levels, so let's go ahead and do just that and read what it has to say. Once you've gathered a sizable collection of foci, it's quite annoying to carry them all with you. This pouch solves that problem. Whenever you change the focus on your wand, it will check this pouch first, and any foci that get removed will be placed inside it first. You can also right-click the pouch to place or remove foci by hand. They can also be carried in your belt bauble slot. So yeah, this is the focus pouch. It's a really awesome thing in Thaumcraft to allow you to carry more than just a couple of wand foci inside your inventory, because they all sit inside here and they act as... It's basically like if you've ever used one of those mods that has those little pouch things that sit in your inventory, and when you right-click them, they're like a portable chest. That's what this guy is, except it'll only take wand foci. That's the important thing to realize here. The recipe for it is actually... I believe we can do that. We should have all of this stuff around. I've got a decent amount of gold right there. That's a lot of gold. Let's go ahead and get 1 gold block there, and my belts should be in here somewhere. Here we go. As well as a decent rounding of leather. I'm into my stack here. We'll have to kill some cows soon. Just stock up on leather, but let's go ahead and get this in here and make ourselves this focus pouch while we're at it. I've still got my auditor rings on. Yeah, let's just keep those on. Bada bing, bada boom, there you go. Let's throw it on the ground and scan it as well. Get the old thermometer out. Nope. Nothing new in there. Oh well, so the wand foci. Oh man, I don't think we actually... Let's take these off. Get my armor back on. There we go. Speedy, McSpeedy goos. Yeah, there aren't any bad guys around for us to shoot at, unfortunately, but there are a couple of guinea pigs, I guess you could say. Maybe I actually do want to keep some pigs around, just because I don't have a farm for them or anything. Chickens, though, I do have a farm for chickens. Alright, so it actually looks like I'm charging up my wand here. Yeah, okay, that charges up, it's already full. We used a decent amount of eats there, so that triple speed that we got in the last episode definitely helps. Or was it last episode? Anyway, hello new UI. So right now I'm holding down the F key. You just hold down the F key to get this UI that pops up, and then yeah, just like the Thermonomicon said, you can move your mouse around and select what wand foci you want. So we'll go ahead and select our wand focus fire. I'm just hovering over it. You then let go of F, and then that's how that gets put on your wand. Also, that's it's transparent right there. Not sure if you guys can see that on YouTube, but I can see the chicken through there. Through my wand foci. That's kind of interesting. Alright, I'm not sure if that was a thing in TC4. A few creeper holes around here. So anyway, how exactly do you use this thing? Pretty simple. All you gotta do is right-click! And now you've got barbecue chicken! Oh, not quite. I didn't actually cook the chicken, but we did. We certainly did kill it. With the powers of fire! That's pretty sweet. Maybe there are a few other guinea pigs. Well, there is one pig over here, but yeah, I'm not really seeing any other mobs around. That kind of sucks. I want to demonstrate this a little more. Perhaps I'll wait till night time to demonstrate this a little bit more for you. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We are now here in our cave system. We're in the ravine. I found a nice dark area of the place, and we've got a few mobs hiding around. So let's go ahead and get this other focus on, the one focus of shock. And is this one transparent as well? I can't see that guy right there. Yeah, I can see the torch. That's pretty obvious there with the nice high colour. That is definitely new, that transparency. Alright. How's it going, my friend? Okay, that works. Just knock them off. I think that's actually a new, those are new graphics for this shock focus, actually, I'm pretty sure. Just go ahead and do a Olympic record-breaking jump over there and pick up those XP orbs and this guy's stuff as well. Yeah, that's different. I think this is... That's a new graphic for the shock focus, that's for sure. This used to be my favourite focus in TC4. Mainly because the thing about it is that you didn't actually have to like aim directly at where you were going, but it seems like with this one, it's actually aiming a little bit below the crosshair right there. If you pay attention, see, look, I'll aim right. Look at where the crosshair is on the screen, and then look where the shock focus goes. It's like right below it. But each time I do that, that's actually draining a heck of a lot of Vs, isn't it? Yeah, with the eyes already way down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one downside to using something like this shock focus that uses, what was it using? I think it used to say there. Let's just go ahead and get it out. So it uses 8 per cast, right? That's a lot. I mean, that is a lot of Vs right there. Hopefully we'll unlock something in the future that will allow us to decrease the cost of that. Yeah, I don't really want to spoil that, but yeah, so the one focus shock used to be my favorite guy, because it's basically, the reason is that it's just kind of a run-of-the-mill standard sort of focus that you would expect, isn't it? It's just kind of the one where you point, click, shoot, do damage, right? That's sort of the standard of what you want a focus to do, and that's exactly what the shock focus does. And later on, there are a couple of extra abilities that we'll be able to get for it. The fire focus here, yeah, it's called fire. I was about to say it might be called flame, but no, it actually is fire. The fire focus is... It's okay. I think it's got a little bit of an AoE on it, but it's definitely... I don't think it has as much of a range, and it's a bit slower to kill the enemies as well, I would say. I think most of its damage is more burn damage. Let's see if we can find some more dudes here. Now that it's night time, let's go back to the shock focus. Oh wow, the speed though. I forgot, these things are actually pretty fast when they're not upgraded. Yeah, so it's actually shooting so fast that we kind of have to hold off and wait for him to, like, with the cooldown between his damage, I suppose, there. Yeah, so these are the basic two foci in the mod. We're not going to go into any of the other foci today. That's probably going to have to happen over the next couple of episodes here. But I wanted to get one foci up and out of the way to start us off, mainly so that I don't have to carry around my bow anymore. Yeah, I've been carrying around this vanilla bow for quite some time, but now I finally have some ranged offense that doesn't take arrows and durability out of the bow. Instead, it takes aura out of the air. So, yeah, you have to be a little careful now that the vis is coming from your aura, because, you know, the eye aura was already pretty delicate, and the fact that my favorite focus uses so much of it makes it kind of bad. How's it looking? Yeah, it's just low all across the board there. I'm not sure if I've showed you guys, but there actually is an Alienise node off in the desert over there, and in case you didn't know, compound nodes like that will actually service... It's not like they're useless, oh man, creepy damage. Yeah, it's not that they're useless, they will actually service the aspects that they're made up of. So Alienise, that would be Ignis, Periditio, and Ire, if I'm not mistaken. Plend, that's like 3 of the primals right there, so it's a great node. Let's actually just finish off the episode by going to visit it at super thermostatic kind of speed. Look at that, that's like creative mode speed right there. There she blows, nice and purple. Yes, so unfortunately it's a bit too far away from the base to be able to actually head back and give us plenty of ire. I can do plenty of ire stuff here. Suck on it! Unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't change the low-level guy. It feels like it should, though, doesn't it? But yeah, it definitely will later on to hopefully not try and spoil too much, guys. But that's going to be it for this episode. Let's see if we can deal with these guys with a bit of crowd control. Yeah, it feels like the fire focus is better at this AoE sort of stuff. Oh, hello, it's a vampiric zombie. Be careful. Yeah, the shock focus is great for single targets, just doing damage. This guy, great for multiple targets. Oh man, all this damage is not actually killing them, is it? Get rid of these guys. There we go. And the creepers as well. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me see if I can get this out. Boo! Oh, it doesn't really go right at the camera, does it? Dull.